Every species, over time, will morphologically and physiologically adapt and evolve to suit their ever-changing environment. Whilst there may be a number of physiological and environmental factors attributing to such adaptations, dental structure can give us strong comparative evidence in this area of study. One trait that provides researchers and scientists with an insight into such adaptations is the comparison between structural shape of carnivorous versus herbivorous teeth, capturing the distinct relationships to environmental conditions and feeding type, as well as their role in an ecosystem. Herbivores within common simple ecosystem food webs exist in one of three guilds. These are grazers, that are grass or roughage feeders that have elaborated and complexly folded enamel-ridged teeth, browsers that consume shrubs and trees, and intermediate feeders, which have a strategy of varying diet between grazing and browsing, depending on seasonal abundance within the habitat. They are also known as concentrate selectors. To suit these guilds, herbivores' teeth have adapted to these functions. They have strong, flat molars made for grinding and chewing of food. They have teeth called incisors that are thin, flat, and sharp for tearing plants. In previous studies, it was proved that after testing 98 species of murine rodents, their dental structure had evolved to show clear relationships between food and feeding type. This resulted in adaptation to a plant-dominated diet, evolving to deeper incisors, longer third molars, and longer molar crests within the tested species. An example of a herbivore within the late Cretaceous period is the Triceratops. Unlike other reptiles, it evolved occluding dentitions made for the mastication of plant matter. These teeth would wear down during the feeding to create fullers that essentially were lowered central regions on cutting blades upon chewing surface of the teeth. This reduced friction when feeding on plant matter. While sharp incisors are mainly suited to herbivores, carnivores have distinctively different feeding behaviours and dental physiology. Herbivores have teeth suited to eating plant matter, whereas carnivores must hunt and scavenge for other animals. Carnivores possess canine teeth that are long and pointed and effective in tearing flesh, as well as incisors that are pointed rather than sharp like the herbivores. This enables them to take hold of prey and tear and rip flesh apart. Most carnivores possess elongated slicing blades that are quite enlarged for cutting action. These cheek teeth, paired upper and lower jaw, are known as our carnassial teeth, and are used for shearing flesh and are the first lower molar and the fourth upper premolar. The prehistoric Smilodon, or also known as the saber-toothed tiger, is a great example of how dental structure relates to feeding behaviours. Although not proven, it has long been hypothesized that the large canines of the saber-toothed tiger were used to slash throats of prey, leading them bleeding to death, proving that their sit-and-wait, sneaking-up hunting method as ambush predators was perfectly suited to the characteristic acquired. This demonstrates that although the large canines of the saber-toothed tiger may have ultimately become too big and unwieldy, they were extremely successful before going extinct, due to rapidly changing climate at the end of the last ice age and diminished food supply. This same specialised characteristic has also evolved within other taxonomic groups, such as the marsupials, the creodonts, and twice in the carnivora. So who knows? Maybe in a million years we may see a re-emergence of the astonishing saber-toothed tiger.